Hello guys. In this video I will tell you about the four gods from the Slavic pagan pantheon, Triglav, Dazhbog, and Belbog and Chernobog. These are one of the main gods in Slavic mythology, who were worshipped by the ancient Slavs. Imagine waking up, not to an alarm clock, but to the first golden rays of sun spilling over the horizon. You feel its warmth on your skin, a gentle kiss that promises a new day, a new beginning. For the ancient Slavs, this daily miracle wasn't just a natural phenomenon. It was a gift, a personal blessing from a god they held very dear, Dazhbog. Now when you hear the word god, you might think of distant thundering figures on mountaintops throwing lightning bolts. But Dazhbog, he was different. He was family, literally. In Slavic mythology, he's the son of Svarog, the great celestial blacksmith who forged the sun itself. And what did Svarog do with this incredible fiery creation? He gave it to his son Dazhbog to carry across the sky each and every day. So Dazhbog wasn't just the god of the sun, he was the giving god. His name even tells us this. Dazh comes from the word dati, meaning to give, and bog means god. He was the divine provider, the one who gave the light that made life possible. Think about it, without the sun there are no crops. Without crops there's no food. Without light the world is plunged into a terrifying cold darkness where unseen dangers lurk. Dazhbog was the one who pushed that darkness back every single morning. He rode his golden chariot, pulled by white horses with manes of fire across the vast expanse of the sky, bringing warmth, light, and the promise of abundance. He was the ultimate symbol of hope. His daily journey was a cosmic battle against chaos and cold, a battle he won for humanity every single dawn. But his gifts weren't just about passive receiving. Dazhbog's light was also a call to action. It was the divine signal to get to work. When his rays touched the fields, it was time to plow, to sow, to reap. He wasn't a god of handouts, he was a god of opportunity. He gave you the light and the warmth, the raw materials for success, but it was up to you, through your own labor and sweat, to turn that gift into a harvest. He blessed the work of your hands. He was the patron of honest labor, the divine force that made your efforts fruitful. This connection between divine blessing and human effort is so powerful. It teaches that our work has a sacred quality to it, that every swing of the scythe, every turn of the soil, was a collaboration with the divine. The Slavs saw Dazhbog in everything. He was the warmth in the summer, the golden color of ripening wheat, the glint of light on a river. They believed they were all his children, or rather his grandchildren. Old epic poems refer to the Slavic people as Dazhbog's grandchildren. This wasn't just a poetic phrase, it was a profound statement of identity. It meant they saw a spark of his divine life-giving light within themselves. It meant they were all connected, part of one big sun-blessed family. But what happens when the sun sets? Dazhbog's journey didn't just end. After gracing the world with his light, he would ride his chariot down into the underworld, the Nav, to illuminate it for the spirits of the dead. Even in the realm of darkness, his light was a source of comfort. Then, after his long journey through the night, he would emerge again at dawn, reborn, ready to start his cycle all over again. So the next time you feel the sun on your face, take a moment. Think of the ancient story of Dazhbog. It's a story not just about the sun in the sky, but about the light within us. It's a reminder that every day is a gift, an opportunity, a reminder of the deep, sacred connection between the light we are given and the work we choose to do with it. We are all, in a way, Dazhbog's grandchildren, carrying a spark of that ancient life-giving fire. What will you do with your light today? In the misty depths of Slavic mythology, long before the tales of Greek or Roman gods echoed through the world, there stood a figure of immense power, a deity shrouded in mystery and reverence. His name was Triglav, the three-faced guardian, and his story isn't just about a god, it's about the very fabric of the cosmos. Imagine a world carved from ancient forests and misty mountains, where every river whispered secrets and every shadow held a spirit. In this world, the Slavs didn't just see nature, they felt it. And at the heart of their understanding was Triglav. He wasn't just a god, he was the embodiment of three realms, a cosmic trinity watching over everything. His first face, they said, gazed upon the heavens. This was the realm of Prav, the celestial world of the gods, a place of order, light, and divine law. It was the blueprint for all that was right and just. Triglav's heavenly face was a symbol of cosmic order, a reminder that there was a grand design to the universe, a divine plan that guided the stars and the seasons. It represented the ultimate truth, the unchangeable laws that governed existence itself. But Triglav didn't just dwell in the heavens. His second face was turned towards the earth, towards our world. This was the realm of Yav, the physical world we see, touch, and experience. It's the world of humans, animals, and plants, a world of joy and sorrow, of struggle and triumph. This face of Triglav was the most immediate, the most present. It was the guardian of humanity, watching our every move, not as a judge, but as a silent observer, a powerful protector of the mortal plane. When a warrior went into battle, they might pray to this face. When a farmer planted their seeds, they would hope for this face's favor. He was interwoven with the very fabric of their daily lives. Now here's where it gets truly fascinating. Triglav's third face wasn't looking up or out, but down into the shadows, into the underworld. This was the realm of Nav, the ethereal world of the past, the spirits of the dead and the mysteries of the unseen. This wasn't a place of evil like the Christian hell. It was more complex, a mystical realm of memory and magic. Triglav's third face, often depicted as blindfolded or with closed eyes, symbolized his dominion over the spiritual, the intuitive, the things you can't see but you feel. It was a reminder that the past is always with us, that our ancestors watch over us, and that the world of spirits is just a veil away from our own. He didn't just see the present, he perceived the echoes of the past and the whispers of the future. These three faces weren't separate entities, they were one. Triglav was the ultimate symbol of unity. He taught that the heavens, the earth, and the spirit world were not disconnected. They were all part of a single flowing reality. You couldn't have one without the others. The laws of the heavens influenced life on earth, and the actions of the living echoed into the spirit world. It's a profound concept that everything is connected. When Christianity began to spread through the Slavic lands, figures like Triglav were seen as a threat. Missionaries and zealous converts sought to erase these ancient beliefs. In places like Szczecin and Brandenburg, magnificent temples dedicated to Triglav, holding golden statues of the three-faced god, were destroyed. The idols were toppled, the sacred groves burned. They tried to break the spirit of the old ways, to sever the connection to this powerful guardian. But you can't truly destroy an idea. While the grand temples fell, the essence of Triglav survived. It lingered in folklore, in whispered stories passed down through generations. The idea of a trinity, of a three-part reality, found new forms. The very act of trying to erase him made his legend even more powerful, a symbol of lost wisdom and a connection to a deeper, more primal understanding of the world. So Triglav is more than just a forgotten god with a strange three-headed appearance. He is a key to understanding the ancient Slavic soul. He represents the profound belief that our world is not just what we see, but a beautiful, terrifying, and magical intersection of the physical, the spiritual, and the divine. He is the eternal guardian, forever watching the past, the present, and the great unknown, reminding us that we are all part of something much, much bigger than ourselves. In the time before time, when the world was still breathing its first breath, our ancestors would gather around crackling fires, their faces lit by the dancing flames. They'd look up at the star-strewn sky and whisper stories of the great forces that governed their lives. Stories of gods who weren't just distant rulers, but were woven into the very fabric of existence. Two of these gods were particularly powerful, their names spoken with both reverence and caution: Belbog and Chernobog. You might have heard of them, perhaps in fragments of old myths or modern fantasy. Belbog they called the White God. He was the sculptor of daylight, the painter of sunrises, the very essence of growth, warmth, and all that is visible and bright. Imagine the first flower of spring, the warmth of the sun on your face after a long winter, the clarity of a brilliant idea. That was the touch of Belbog. He was the force of creation, the joy of life, the goodness we strive for. And then there was his brother, Chernobog, the Black God. His domain was the deep, silent night, the shadows that stretched long and mysterious. He was the keeper of secrets, the guardian of the unknown, the god of endings, winter, and the dark, fertile soil from which all new life must eventually spring. He represented the trials that test us, the cold that forces us to seek warmth, the darkness that makes us appreciate the light. Now, our modern minds, we love a simple story, don't we? A hero and a villain, good versus evil. So it's easy to look at Belbog and Chernobog and cast them in these roles. Light is good, dark is bad, end of story. But our ancestors, they knew better. They understood a profound and sacred truth. Belbog and Chernobog were not enemies locked in an eternal war. They were two halves of a single, perfect whole. They were balanced, think about it. Can you truly appreciate the warmth of the sun if you've never felt the bite of the cold? Can you understand the beauty of the dawn if you haven't sat through the long, quiet hours of the night? Without a shadow to give it shape and dimension, light itself is just a blinding, formless glare. Without the struggle, the trial, the Chernobog moments in our lives, our wisdom remains untested, sleeping. Our strength remains a mere potential. They understood that the night is not the enemy of the day. It is the cradle from which the dawn is born. And here is the most powerful part of their wisdom, a message that echoes right into our chaotic modern lives. We carry both of these gods within us. You carry Belbog and Chernobog inside your own soul. And both are holy. That brilliant spark of creativity, that act of kindness, that surge of hope you feel, that is your inner Belbog, your light. Don't just worship it, grow it, share it, let it shine. But what about the other side? The doubt that creeps in, the fear of failure, the sadness that sometimes settles like a heavy fog? That is your inner Chernobog. And our first instinct is to fight it, deny it, to pretend it isn't there. But the old wisdom says no. Do not deny your darkness, guide it, listen closely. Your doubts aren't there to stop you. They are there to sharpen your will, to make you question and find a stronger path. Your failures aren't your final chapter. They are the tools that carve your strength from the raw material of your being. The wounds you carry, the pain you've known, that is what teaches you true, deep compassion for others. It is the shadow that gives your light its meaning. True power, true wholeness is not about being pure light. It's not about eradicating every flaw or every doubt. That's an impossible, exhausting battle. True power is found in harmony. It's in the dance between your light and your shadow. It's about standing in the center, holding the reins of both forces and understanding that you need both to be complete. So the next time you feel that flicker of self-doubt, or you're facing a challenge that feels like a long, dark night of the soul, remember Chernobog. Don't curse the darkness, ask it what it has come to teach you. And when you feel joy and hope and success, remember Belbog. Let that light shine brightly, knowing it is all the more brilliant because you have also known the dark. Accept yourself, all of yourself, your light and your shadow. Because a soul that is whole, a soul that is in balance, can walk steady and strong through any world.